My dear friends, I'm glad to see so many of you are here today. We gather here today in solidarity to show our support to Mr. Edward Snowden for his courage to speak truth to power, to stand firm on principles against the National Security Agency of his giant government. We support Mr. Snowden also for his sense of justice, to speak truth to the Hong Kong people, to enable us to know that our rights have been systematically violated by a foreign government, which cannot be lawful. And we also show our support to Mr. Snowden for his integrity, to uphold justice, to protect public interest at the risk of his own safety and liberties. So we give Mr. Snowden our moral support, right? We support Mr. Snowden unconditionally. And if there are people coming forward and say, how can you believe Mr. Snowden so easily? Has his version be confirmed? But let's look at what the American government say. Instead of offering a categorical rebuttal, they are seeking to justify that this sort of surveillance is necessary for protecting national security against terrorism. So instead of rebutting what Mr. Snowden said, they are affirming it, isn't it?
Yes.
They're in fact affirming the truthfulness of Mr. Snowden said.
Yes.
But how can that justification stand? Because the cyber surveillance was conducted in such a large scale, in such unscrupulous, indiscriminate manner. How can that be done? There is certainly a system of congressional oversight and judicial monitoring in the U.S. But it doesn't seem to function because this National Security Agency are getting around all this necessary monitoring in order to do what they want to do. And that is unconstitutional, that cannot be right. So today, we gather here. We will march to the U.S. Consul General. We will say to the American government, firstly, if Mr. Snowden is going to face a charge for telling the truth to the people, for the protection of their right, this charge must be a political charge, isn't it?
Yes.
This is a political offense.
Yes.
So if this is a political offense, Mr. Snowden should be given the right under our law to stay in Hong Kong, pending the processing of his application for a refugee status, and pending his finding a proper country for him to resettle. So this is right that we must support Mr. Snowden to enjoy. Okay, are we going to do it?
Yes.
So we're going to support Mr. Snowden, and we must not let anybody intervene, be it from Beijing or be it from Washington, because we have the rule of law, and Mr. Snowden should entitled to the due process of law, and we think with proper legal representation, he would be able to enjoy his right and to reject extradition. And secondly, we demand, as of right, an explanation from President Obama as to why he has indulged his National Security Agency to undertake such systematic violation of the rights of not only the American people, but people in other countries.
Yes.
That cannot be right. So we demand explanation, we demand an apology,
Yes.
and an assurance that all this unconstitutional and unlawful interference should stop immediately.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And lastly, we go to the Hong Kong government. Tell them they should abide by the law. Don't let down the Hong Kong people. Okay? Don't let down Hong Kong. Don't ruin Okay, this is the minimum the Hong Kong government should do. But more than that, they should make sure that Mr. Snowden should enjoy the proper protection in Hong Kong and should all the things should be done according to due process. So let's march for justice and for the right and freedom of Hong Kong people and for all the people in the world. Thank you. Okay, 我真係想講幾句，sorry 嚇，我 speak a few sentences.